the end of an era. An investing titan has passed. Join me today as we pay our respects to Charlie Munger. Okay, friends, we're doing something a little different here today. We'll talk about the market. The market is having one of the strongest months it's had in the last 30 years. So everything is great, positive on the market side. News is all really good. But what I wanted to do, because it's so rare that a legend comes along, that I think when they pass, it's a good time to take a little bit of time and see what wisdom you can glean from them. And in case you haven't heard, Charlie Munger, a month away from his 100th birthday, has passed. Longtime friend of Warren Buffett, helped build Berkshire into what it is today, a titan in our industry. And just to give you a sense of his impact, they waited until after the close yesterday to announce that he had passed. And so this nearly 100-year-old would have had such an impact on the market that they waited until after the stock market closed for the day and was no longer trading to tell you that he had passed. So that gives you a sense of his stature even right up till the very end. But what I wanted to do, I got 3 quick little quotes here. I just wanted to read them to you, but also tell you what I think they mean in the grand scheme of things. First, his 2007 USC Law School commencement address, where he says, "I constantly see people rise in life who are not the smartest, sometimes not even the most diligent, but they are learning machines. They go to bed every night a little wiser than when they got up, and boy, does that help, particularly when you have a long run ahead of you." This, I think, is one half of the equation of what makes a great investor, what makes a great advisor, or entirely about what makes a good portfolio manager. We'll get to the other half. That's the next quote. But I think that, our purpose in having this channel, or what I do on the research side as a portfolio manager, I'm living this quote nearly every day. My goal is to know a lot about a lot of things. And really, this channel is about sharing with you, the viewer, hey, here's our research. Here's what we're seeing. Here's what we're thinking about things. And so if you ever wanted to tap into our insights, that's the purpose of this channel. But I think a truly great investor, you have to always be learning. And it doesn't need to be, great amounts of study, but you've just got to keep getting a little better each and every day. And then incrementally, it starts to add up to huge improvements over time. For the other half of the equation, I love this quote. This is one of my favorite ones. This is the 2021 Daily Journal annual meeting, and here's what he says. "If you're going to invest in stocks for the long term or real estate, of course there are going to be periods where there's a lot of agony and other periods where there's a boom. And I think you just have to learn to live through them. As Kipling said, treat those two imposters just the same. You have to deal with daylight and night. Does that bother you very much? No. Sometimes it's night, sometimes it's daylight. Sometimes it's a boom, sometimes it's a bust. I believe in doing as well as you can and keep going as long as they let you." This is the other half of the equation. And I think for investors in particular, this is important. He's got another quote about how investing isn't just, the highest IQs running away and making all the money. He talks about how there's plenty of high IQ people with poor temperaments that get, brutalized in the stock market. And I think that's the other half of the equation, and something that you've seen from me if you've been following these videos all the way through. I think the best thing that an advisor can do for you, we bring that dispassionate viewpoint. We bring that objectivity, we bring that perspective, that divorce from emotions that I think is extremely beneficial, and something that you need. When it's your own money, it's very easy to get emotional, but I think it's that dispassionate nature that's what's going to serve you well over the long term. And just from these 2 quotes, you can see how Charlie just beautifully encapsulates everything that makes a great investor. He's a legend for a reason, and one of the reasons why is he truly understands investing at almost like an atomic level. Final quote, "The best armor of old age is a well-spent life preceding it." And getting away from business for a second, I think this is one of those things that I personally have been working on in the last year, has been counseling better about what makes a good life. I've been learning about, what the ancients thought a great life was, all sorts of, thinkers on the matter. And I think living well is really what all this is about, right? Investing is the numbers on the screen. They go up, they go down every day. But the true goal, what someone is investing for, is a good life for themselves, for their descendants, for the world in which they inhabit. That's really what it's all about. So there you go. 3 quick ones. Here's a bonus one at the end. Those who keep learning will keep rising in life. Charlie Munger, a titan, a legend. And there you have it. That's the news review for this week. Stay tuned on Friday. We're going to take a look at markets, and I'll catch you then. See ya.